Now, in Germany, Europe's biggest economy, the Chancellor Olaf Scholz has called the new U.S. tariffs fundamentally wrong. For more on reaction from there now, let's bring in our Berlin correspondent, Nick Holdsworth. I mean, Nick, those are some strong words there from Olaf Scholz, but he did also say Europe was open to further talks. Germany kind of walking on both sides of the fence now.
Well, absolutely. The outgoing Trade Minister, Robert Habeck, has actually likened the impact of these tariffs to the kind of impact that the Russian launch of the invasion of Ukraine had on Europe 3 years ago, saying that Germany really had to look at what it could do to limit the damage from this and also what it could do to talk with America. I mean, there's an idea already afloat that the EU could discuss a free trade zone with America. That may be wishful thinking, but, you know, the argument is, look, we'll have zero tariffs on our goods going to the States, and you put zero tariffs on your goods coming to us, and it's a win-win for everything, for everyone. But that may not appeal to Donald Trump at the moment, who seems to see the world in zero-sum terms, that there are winners and losers in every deal, whereas actually the world economy is a lot more complex than that. And as Olaf Scholz himself said this morning, this is going to indeed hurt the American economy. There are certain goods where there are parts and components that are going back and forth, he said, 100 times on any particular item. We've also heard that America tends to be a high-wage economy, tends to make high value-added goods, importing a lot of the smaller components, screws and other small parts that it's not worth making themselves. And if they have to start making those themselves, it's going to cost more. In some cases, particularly with chips, for example, they just don't have the trained workers to produce computer chips at the higher standards that the Asians produce them at. So, I mean, it's going to be something which Europe has to respond to, but it's going to be something which, in the short to medium term, may very well impact the American economy first.
Nick, Germany, of course, is the biggest economy in Europe. Where might it be hit the hardest with these tariffs?
Well, certainly in the auto sector. The auto sector makes up a very large part of Germany's trade surplus with the States. It has about a 70 billion euro trade surplus with America every year. And indeed, America makes up about a fifth of all of the EU's non-EU exports overall. And that's a similar figure in Germany. And we've already seen stocks in German car makers, including Volkswagen, Mercedes-Benz, and Porsche dropping today between 1% and 2%. We've seen Mercedes-Benz saying that it's looking at discontinuing certain lower margin imported models, and German car makers, including Volkswagen, have already increased the prices of cars they're selling in America and temporarily halted imports from Mexico and imports from Europe to America. So it's already having an effect. And as I just said, in the immediate short term, American buyers of German cars are going to be paying considerably more. America doesn't export that many cars to Europe. The Europeans don't like the larger gas-guzzling American models, and indeed Americans like the German and European models, particularly with the changeover to electrical vehicles. Some of these German-made cars are still petrol or diesel-driven, and Americans like to buy those. So it's going to impact Europe. It's going to impact Germany. Germany's had 2 years of recession already. This comes at a very bad time. The prospective incoming Chancellor, Friedrich Merz, wants to improve the German economy in the next 4 years, certainly wants to do that to hold back the surge in the far-right support we've seen in the last couple of elections here. And this is going to complicate matters politically and economically for the Germans.